journalist and democracy campaigner, Naomi Woolf.
Thank you so much. Wow, this is incredible. If you could see what I see, it's just a sea of human beings who believe that their voices make a difference and deserve to be heard. It's a beautiful vision. I'm going to be super fast. I'm not Scottish, obviously. I spent 3 years in Edinburgh. They changed my life. I love Scotland. I love the culture and people. It made a huge difference in my life. But that's not why I'm here. I'm not here because I love Scotland. I'm not here, can you hear me? Yeah. I'm not here to represent or support any political party. I'm here because I care about democracy and the integrity of the vote. And I came from New York City to give you something. I hold in my hand the named, identified, emailed, time, place, location, eyewitness accounts of 441 Scottish voters who have come forward to go on the record that they received blank-backed ballots in your referendum. So I just need to tell a quick story about how this came to be all together. We run a democracy building website called Daily Clout. The idea is to train citizens to document the news so that it's not in the hand of gatekeepers. And we kept hearing reports from Scotland about people receiving blank-backed ballots, nothing identifying them. Can you hear me? Yes. And there were more and more of these reports coming in, and I said, look, as a journalist, it is not helpful to have rumors. You need to go on the record and enter the public record. So 441 came in, they're coming in every day. Diane Mahevsky-Poland, a retired postal worker, and Danielle Holk, my web producer, collated them around the clock and put them together. And I'm here in Scotland to give them to the press, to leak them to whoever will act on them. And also, I want to tell you things that are not so good. It took a year and a half, it felt like a year and a half. It took a week and a half of around-the-clock investigative reporting to find out what was supposed to be on your legal ballots. And when I finally had the confirmation from Sarah Mackay, the spokeswoman of the Electoral Commission, she confirmed that you need 1, a unique identifying number, 2, a barcode, and 3, an official seal. How many of you did not know you need all those 3 things when you walked into the booth? I want a big shot of this. Whoever is recording this for posterity, because this was not posted. People were not trained to ask for it. Then they needed to cross your unique identifying number off against the electoral rolls. Then they're supposed to hand you a ballot. How many people had that experience? Not very many in this crowd. So basically, that is the story. There are hundreds of confirmed ballots that do not have those unique identifying numbers on them, reported all over Scotland. When I brought this to the Electoral Commission, they said, do not give this to us. They're preparing a report for Parliament, and they said, we do not plan to include this documentation of these voters with their blank-backed ballots. When people, and they said go to the police, and they've told people complaining to go to the police. When people go to the police say, do not give this to us, and they refer them to the local councils. When people go to the local councils say, do not give this to us, and refer them back to the police or to the Electoral Commission. So you have a closed circle. I want to tell you before my time is up, which is now, that you have 4 more weeks for the only remedy that is built into the 2013 referendum bill, if you care about this, which is a judicial review. Surprisingly to me as a journalist, Sarah Mackay of the Electoral Commission said, I do not recommend that anyone file for a judicial review.
Help us!
Strangely to me, your referendum was constructed so that it said there may not be a national recount, and that the decision to recount locally is up to the Chief Counting Officer, Mary Pitcaithley. That is very unusual, if not unheard of, in independently verifiable, international level, secure voting and referendum guidelines. So I'm going to wrap up now and say thank you for letting me hand this to you. We've done our part now. It belongs to Scotland. It belongs to the public record. It is not okay with me, and it should not be okay with you that all these people who went to vote did not get their voices heard. This is not about a specific outcome. It's about hearing the will of every single voter, and it's not just about Scotland. It's about the integrity of democracy and the vote around the world at a time in such a threat. Thank you.